chose not to act. Yes?
Do you know if there's anything which would keep, which would legally prevent people from putting, testimony or recordings with informants online? Because I'm thinking of the Eric McDavid case in California, where apparently in court the defense attorney was able to show, from the recordings where this guy who's doing 20 years in prison right now had been trying to talk the informant out of it, and he looks very not guilty, but I can't find, any of like the transcript or the stuff online. So I wonder if they were trying to protect the identity of the informant, or
Yeah.
otherwise it should be.
Right. So your question is like, is there a law that would not allow you, if you obtained transcripts of a conversation between an informant and a defendant, to post that online and make it public?
Or like in the Muhammad case, like could a journalist get a copy of the recordings and kind of show the whole story as it?
Absolutely. A lot of that depends on whether it becomes public at trial, like as an exhibit in the case. And what we should see in the Muhammad case is that as they're talking about specific conversations, they cite transcripts, and then those become exhibits that the Oregonian and other reporters covering get access to. Whether they choose to put the whole thing online is really their call, but there's nothing that would prohibit them, being an open court system, any kind of evidence that's presented at trial is public record and can be released. Most of my book, for example, deals with those examples, like with transcripts that were released as part of trials. Where it becomes hard is, obviously if a case doesn't go to trial, those transcripts usually are never released because there's no reason to it, because there's no trial. And it's hard to know exactly the full role of the informant, so we're at times limited to the available records, the affidavits that are submitted, or if we have someone working at the FBI who can talk about that case. But that's where the limitation is. But if you've obtained it lawfully, if you've obtained it as an exhibit, there's no reason you can't do with it whatever you want. Put it online, write about it to critique the case in some way.
They've purposely targeted the poor because they don't have the means to defend themselves. That's why they're.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at these cases, many of these cases involving sting operations do involve people who are on the fringes of society, are economically desperate, in some cases mentally ill. These public defenders are used in almost all of these defenses. These are not people who are able to, for economic reasons, mount the most aggressive defense. I feel like I've been ignored.